So, we have some dumb creatures in this park, but today we're going to be trying to get something new. Welcome back, everyone, to Create Dinosaurs, episode number 40, where we are going to be getting something which we have never collected in this world before. That is right, in 40 episodes, one of the things which I have failed to collect in all of my efforts is DNA from the Ice Age. Like, we've got everything else, we've got plenty of dinosaur bones in this chest and stuff, we've got all of this modern DNA, we have a bunch of plants, we've got a bunch of dinosaurs, we've even got these things. I don't know what time period these are from, but the Ice Age DNA is something which I have never collected, and the reason why is because it requires tar, which is different to the rest of the fossils and stuff. With most of the fossils, you just find them underground. You've got the ones in stone and you've got the ones in deep slate, and they provide different things. The Ice Age fossils, though, are found in tar pits, and tar pits, we have seen them in this world. It's just, they're all the way over here. Across this massive ocean, over by spawn, and a little bit up, right there. That is one of 2 tar pits which I know of in this entire world. And today, not only are we going to actually go and visit a tar pit and get our first ever tar fossil, but also I have been informed of a little method to make a farm which is going to get us infinite fossils. And the details of that can be discussed once we get there. The thing is, for now, I need to do a lot of walking. Let's see, this is around 3,000 blocks, I think. No, more than that. About a 4,000 block journey. Let's go. Okay, and I don't know if this is the village which I have on my map. Is this the one that I visited? Because I'm pretty sure, like, this should be one that I have visited before and everything, unless it may have been this one that I was at. But according to the map, I have been close enough for these chunks to load in before, and there should be a tar pit somewhere around here. Aha, right, okay, here it is. And this is where I can explain to you guys how we're going to get tar fossils. Because there's several methods of how you can actually do this, and one of them is basically just put some tar in a bucket and then go and analyze some of this. So I think it's like you turn the bucket into 4 bits of tar drops and stuff, and then you can put that in to be analyzed, which I believe can either give you a fossil or it can give you a rock or charcoal, apparently. Okay. And this is where it seems a little bit annoying at first, because I mean, like, looking at the size of the pool, there's what, like, maybe a stack of tar here at most. So if you wanted to collect every single creature and stuff, that's a lot. Like, you would have to find so many of these tar pits in order to get enough tar drop. Oh, hey, look at that. We've actually got a tar fossil. There we go, success. However, this is where the fun part comes in, which is what I was told by another channel called Loorikeet. And apparently, so there is a mob in the Fossils and Archeology mod, which is called a tar slime. Now, oh my gosh, okay, yep, there it is. And first of all, these guys basically drop tar drops and everything, which is, of course, exactly what we're looking for. There we go, 3 bits from just that, which, of course, now we can also go and analyze. However, what I was told by Loorikeet is the most important bit of information about these, which is basically tar slimes, although it seemed like that spawned kind of randomly. Tar slimes have a slight chance of spawning whenever the tar updates. In other words, meaning whenever the tar flows, or if it gets stopped from flowing, basically any time where the shape of the tar completely changes. And I'm not entirely sure of the actual probability of it. I don't think it's too often, especially since we're not getting it again. But because of this slight chance where tar slimes can spawn, it actually means that tar is farmable. Because yeah, basically, all you need is just a farm which is able to constantly update a bunch of tar that is flowing like this. And then, of course, there'll be a random chance that a tar slime will spawn, and then you just need to kill the tar slime, and you've got tar drops. Which, of course, then you can go and analyze. Now, I am not entirely sure how efficient these farms can be, because, I mean, like, look at the pit that I've dug out, and none of these have spawned a tar slime yet. But I am 90% sure that I am doing this correctly. Unless, maybe it has to be a source block. That, or I really am doing something wrong. Why is this not working? Hello? Do you want to work? Come on, work, please. I am doing this correctly, right? Like, this is what you're supposed to do. I'm genuinely beginning to lose confidence that this is the correct thing to do. Art, slime, fossils, and archaeology. Genuinely, I cannot find enough information on this and stuff, but, like, Loorikeet told me this is how they spawn, and I am trusting Loorikeet here. Come on, spawn something. You should work. You've just got so many updates. I don't know why this isn't working. I have a feeling that I've just actually got terrible luck when I'm trying to showcase this working and stuff, because, like, I've seen it working. This is, like, the one fossils and archaeology creation that I have seen working before actually doing it in my own series. But, I mean, there we go. I've just gone and removed the entire tar pit and stuff and turned a lot of it into drops. But, like, I have no idea why that didn't work again. We saw it work once and then it just stopped. Unless, maybe it has to be the tar spreading, although it still should have had, like, a decent chance given how much I did. But okay, so that's enough of trying to get tar to work when it clearly doesn't want to on camera. But I promise, I am pretty sure what I said there is correct. Basically, when tar spreads, it's got a slight chance of spawning in some tar slime. And I don't know why it decided to work, like, not at all there, because it really should be more frequent than that. But that is essentially how a tar farm is going to work and stuff. Basically, you have a bit of tar, which constantly spreads and occasionally spawns slime as a result. And then, if you have a method of killing the slime, that just works. And then you just analyze that to get a fossil and stuff. So we're gonna be building one of those farms today. The one thing is, I need to get back home. I need to do the 4,000 block journey again. And this time there's a massive hill in the way. Was that a rat wearing a crown? Hi, mate. How are you? In fact, who are you? Why have you got a crown? Okay, goodbye. But anyway, back home we go. Ah! What? What? What was that? What's the skellywag? What the heck was that? Oh my gosh. Right, well, I guess I've got to go and sail back. Where was that? That would have been just off the coast of this little bit of land, I think. What the heck? What? Oh, this is skellywag. I was like, oh, what happened? Did I run into, like, a pufferfish or something? Like, what hurt me there? No, it's a massive bloody swordfish. You know what? I don't even care if I get all of my items back. The one thing that I need to keep there is just a tar bucket. That is all I need from everything there. Where is my stuff? I do not... That's like an actual skeleton. That's not even like... It's not even just a normal swordfish. It's literally a skeleton. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's actually like a massive group of them. Okay, right, hold on. Let's go to land. Let's go to land. Right, what did I leave out there? Did I just leave the cactus? I don't need the cactus. And a poppy. Right, okay, that's fine. Okay, there should be more tar buckets out there, but like, I don't see my items. Oh, okay, right, no, a lot of my stuff was actually left here. It was just out of render distance, right? I'm pretty sure I've got everything. I'm going. I don't want to deal with skeleton swordfish. I just want to make a nice little tar farm, you know? There is a whale here. You're not gonna eat me, right? Yeah, you're fine? Cool. Okay, here we are back home with no skeleton fish behind me, hopefully. And I don't know if we lost something. We have 2 tar buckets. I think we left one of them behind. But honestly, that's fine. We only need 1. And I think in order to build this tar farm, I am actually going to get to work on kind of another building. Like, I'm not going to actually do the building today. But basically, we are sort of going to put this where I am hoping to put a building in future, maybe. So, you know how, like, just below ground and everything here, underneath the innovation center, we have my little lab. And this is meant for all the cultivation and everything, and then through this door, we've got all of the bio goo farm. And then, of course, over there, we've got a building, which is meant as a viewing area for the Spinosaurus, which, has not been eating any of the chickens I've been giving it. And then on the other side of the street, we have the bug house kind of thing, which is really nice. And I am wondering if maybe we should get to work on another building, with that being a lab. And I don't mean like the lab that's below the innovation center here, because like we've already got something like this. I mean one that would like a bit more be for like showing all of the guests in the park and stuff, like just something to look nice and maybe be a little bit functional. Like I wouldn't mind if we start putting some farms in here for a bit more efficiency, but I'm just thinking something like that could be cool. And I was looking for a location for one, initially thinking I was gonna put it down there. However, taking another little wander around here, there is this spot right here. And this spot behind me has kind of always been a little bit of a problem, because it's the connecting point for a lot of paths and stuff. Like, we've got all of the paths around here for the guests, and like there's paths going off that way. And it kind of doesn't leave a nice spot for an enclosure. Like, it's really way too hilly and everything in order to look good. So I don't know if I could make a good looking enclosure here. But I do think I could do a nice fancy modern building here. So again, we're not actually going to be working on a nice modern building here today and stuff, but do you think a modern lab would look good here? Genuinely, please let me know in the comments, because I actually don't know. I'm a little unsure, considering the fact that, like, we've got this building next to it, and then there's that building over there, and, like, it's all kind of a bunch of different designs. But, like, a modern lab or something, I feel like it could look quite cool back there. But anyway, on to what we are actually going to be doing. I need to make this tar farm. And I do kind of know how this is going to work, so Loorikeet did show me their design for it, and basically their one is a bunch of signs with some tar on top of it, and then they use magma to kill it. And also the way that they're constantly updating the slime is by using a piston. I am wondering if I can do it a little bit better by using a dispenser instead, but a piston also might work, so like, who knows. Honestly, kind of depends what I can actually make a little bit easier. And yeah, of course, also for this I do need to know how far tar spreads. So if I just go and put it here, how far are you going to go? So this is 1, 2, 3. I assume it's 7. That's 4. So in the end, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. So it's just like water. And then considering the fact that a slime might be around 3 blocks big or something, we're gonna need an area that's, hold on, 15 at 6. So 21 blocks. Okay, that is actually quite big now that I say it out loud. Because I mean, like, even if I go and put this right in the center or something of this area, this is going to be a fairly sizable hole. Like, just looking at it from above, it is that big. Oh my gosh, that is massive. But, like, it's not the worst at the end of the day, to be fair. And, like, if we're gonna put a building on top of this, yeah, honestly, you know what? This is probably fine. Plus, genuinely, the farm doesn't actually need to be that big. We just need a massive collection area. Oh, wait, and actually, you know what? No, I can cut 6 blocks off of this, because I don't need to have a gap, because they're just gonna fall through the sign. So, okay, actually, we're just digging out a 15 block wide hole, and that is perfectly fine. Yeah, that's actually a much better size. I think that fits in more. And then, of course, we can work out the logistics of, like, a collection system and everything like that later. So, yeah, you can see a little diamond shape that I've marked out there. Yeah, we can dig this out. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna get to work on this, and once this hole is at a size that I like, I'll bring you guys back in and show you how the actual farm is going to work. So, yeah, let's get to work. So we have a hole here, and yeah, it's not massive or anything. Like, at the end of the day, I dug this out in maybe 40 minutes, and I have hit just a little bit of a roadblock with this project right now, which is the fact that, of course, I need something to kill the slimes, and the easiest thing to do that would probably be magma blocks. But the issue with magma blocks is, well, I don't have any. And also, of course, when we started building the bug house and everything, I removed my one and only nether portal, so I don't even have access to it. The only thing I am thinking is maybe there's gonna be some magma blocks in somewhere like a volcanic biome, but no, they don't. Actually, no, that's gotta be magma, surely. Because, yeah, I really don't want to go to the nether, so I'm debating just going all the way over to the volcanic biome instead. But then, I'm also gonna need to do some more work and go and get some redstone and everything, because I need something for the timer system to basically make sure that we're toggling the tar flowing on and off. And of course, I'm also gonna need to go and get a bunch of signs so that, like, the tar can flow over something, but the slimes can still fall through it. There's a lot of different stuff in this design. It's not exactly complicated. Like, it's just a bunch of different layers and everything on top of each other. It's just inconvenient. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go and do that. Basically, I'm gonna dump my resources somewhere safe, and then I'm gonna head over to the volcanic biome to get a bunch of magma blocks. Unless, oh wait, do I have any in these chests? Because, like, I quite often dumped a lot of that sort of stuff in these. Let's see, have I got any magma blocks? I don't think I do. Dang it. Oh, wait, backpack. Dang it, there's nothing in there. Okay, though, that's fine. At the end of the day, it doesn't take that long to get to the volcanic biome, really. And as for all of the other resources, the only thing that I'm a little annoyed about is the fact that I need to get some redstone, because that's gonna mean that I need to go down into a cave, but, like, everything else is fairly easy to farm, especially with the create mod. Like, literally, I think one seeker tree would be enough wood to get all of the signs that we need for this farm. So yeah, it's not exactly complicated. All I need to do is just go and grab some stuff. And finally back with all of the stuff we need. So yeah, this should be everything. I don't think I need anything more. I mean, like, some rails would be good, because I think the best way of collecting this stuff is going to be with powered rails carrying hoppers and everything. But, like, even still, that should be fine, because I am pretty sure I have got a massive supply of gold somewhere just down here. Yep, there we go. 50 bits of gold. This should be plenty. So I think the way all of this is going to work, we're gonna have a double chest around here as the collection area. Of course, we need plenty of hoppers running into this so that, like, all of the items can be picked up fairly quick. And then we have the question of where the minecart rails are actually going to go, because of course this is a bit of a weird shape, so I might actually have to dig out the bottom layer a bit more to be a bit more, like, square, maybe? I mean, just thinking about how all of this is going to go. So, I mean, we can do a power rail there and everything, and that would loop around like that. I mean, maybe the easiest way is just going to be to kind of go back and forth along a lot of this, and kind of just snake around the outer edge as much as possible. No, because that's going to lead to complications like this. Okay. Okay, I think that should work and stuff. Now, it is a complete mess of rails, but at the end of the day, this should be covered up. So I think all I need to do is just go and make a hopper minecart and send this around, and it should be able to loop around back and forth for eternity. Like, just watching this here, I think it can change if it fills up with items and stuff, but it looks like it should be good. And yeah, hopefully there's just enough power rails that will go on forever without any issues. But now, of course, we need to go and put the magma on top, and of course, this is what's going to actually kill the slimes that fall down into this area. There we go, just like that, and I'm gonna seal that off. That is absolutely going to kill me at some point. I just realized I forgot the redstone system that's supposed to go in here. Okay, that should actually all be fine though. Like, I don't think that's gonna cause a problem, because I just quickly need to check something. So Create Mod has its own version of a repeater, and basically this can be customized with a certain delay. So I just need to see, if I make 2 of these and everything, I think I can make an incredibly compact redstone timer and stuff that should still work for the tar. And just doing a quick test, how long does it take for this to spread 7 blocks? So 1, 2, 3, you get it. Okay, that was about 15 seconds. So if I go and pick this up again, and then going right down into the middle like this, there we go. So I think it's a 3-block gap is needed and everything, and then the dispenser goes on top there, and the tar bucket will go in there. But I think then, if I just go and stand on it, okay, no, that still hurts me. I think, basically, I should be able to set a custom time for this. So if I go with 8 seconds, which is basically half of 15, and then I go and do the exact same on this side, because remember, this has kind of got toggle twice, and then just basically on and off, and that was not long enough? Or is it charging up? That looks like it's charging up. Oh, okay. So what if I hold this down? No, 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 no. Oh, one spawned. Don't jump on me. Oh, I'm pretty sure that just removed my repeater, because apparently tar blocks kind of act a bit like lava and they just destroy items. Okay, you know what? I'm losing too many items. I need to put the signs in before I do this redstone. But seeker signs don't exist. Okay, I guess we're doing it with spruce. Okay, there we go. Right, that is all of the signs in place. Now I should be able to do the redstone without constantly dropping tar on me. So let's just go and put that in there. So I think the way I might need to do this is basically, so set the delay on this to 8 seconds. But then the actual pulse going into them also needs to be 8 seconds. So basically hold this down up until it fires. In 3, 2, 1, there it is. And then turn that, no, you just don't pound. No, wait, you are pound. It does work. There we go. So now you're charging up, right? Yeah, it's going more red. Right, okay, we've got a tar farm that works. But since that is basically going in a loop forever now, I think I can remove this block, which is, of course, going to get in the way once the farm is actually working. And then I just go and put that there so that they can't escape. And, right, okay, we've got a lot of stuff in here. So I am pretty sure we have actually got a functioning tar slime farm. Now, I'm not entirely sure how you make them more efficient, because, like, I am 90% sure that the one Loorikeet showed me is definitely working faster than this. Like, I'm pretty sure that was spawning 1 to 3 slimes every single time it worked. Oh, okay. You died in the wrong place, mate. But, I mean, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the one that Loorikeet was showing me was basically spawning 1 to 3 slimes each time, and this is sort of spawning 1 every 1 to 3 times, if that even. So I'm not entirely sure why this one is less efficient. I'll have to ask. But with that, I mean, like, we have got a functioning tar slime farm now. And if we just go and take the stuff that has been produced and what we grabbed earlier and go and process this, obviously it's probably going to take a while, and I really should empty out these chests. Oh my gosh, we've got so much stuff in here. There's even another creature that we haven't got in the bug house. But I mean, we'll go and chuck these in the analyzer, and let's just sort through all of this real quick. And then, of course, once the tar actually processes into a tar fossil, we need to actually go and send that back through in order to get DNA. So, I mean, yeah, this can take a while. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. That's only got a little bit of time left to process all of that stuff, and this one is completely done. And we've got some DNA. Now, of course, also, whilst this has been happening and everything, the tar farm has been working in the background, and remember, it's just gonna be doing that all the time now. So, like, if I ever want to get an Ice Age creature and I just don't have the DNA for it, I do not need to worry. I can just process all of that stuff. We literally have an infinite DNA farm here, it seems. But anyway, so looking at what we've got, right, we have got a dodo, we've got elasmotherium, isn't that like a sort of tiger thingy? And we have a... what on earth? How do I say that? Boris Rakos. I have absolutely no clue. And also, it seems like we get some modern DNA as well. I didn't know that. That's really cool. I didn't know you got modern DNA from those things. Right, and in here, oh, we've got a lot more in here. So we have got a Smilodon. Oh, that's gonna be cool. Another Elasmotherium. We have a Megalania. I do not know what that is. And a Dodo again, and a Kellenken. A Kellenken, whatever that is. And within the time of just processing that, let's go and see how much tar have we got from this, because I have seen it working. We have managed to get almost a stack of tar already. That's insane. That's absolutely insane, considering that we only put a stack in there, really, and we got all of that DNA. We're set for life, guys. Oh my gosh, I am rich. But with that, I think we can call this episode a success. We have officially done exactly what we set out to do. We have traveled 4,000 blocks away to go and get tar, we have brought it back, and we've made a tar farm, which is now giving us infinite Ice Age DNA. Genuinely, I am really excited about this, because now I can start an Ice Age district. I mean, I don't exactly know where it's gonna go, because, like, all of the biomes around here are fairly warm. Like, this is a subset of Savannah. That's a plains biome, which I guess could work, but it's on the other side of the Mosasaurus Lagoon. This is, of course, the Badlands and stuff. This is a jungle. There is, like, no cold biomes anywhere around me. To be fair, when I started this series, I did not know that there were Ice Age creatures in it. But yes, as I said, I think I am going to call this episode here, and it has been a very good episode. I am incredibly excited to get to work with some of these things. So all I have left to say is thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and next episode, I think we're gonna finish that build. Okay, correction. We're gonna finish the interior. So thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you all next episode. But for now, I might need to deal with a current chicken problem.